Hello, welcome back to the Wrestling Newsroom. I'm your host, All Things Wrestling, and today we're going to be looking at the WWE and TNA news of the last 3 days. We start with a lot of updates about nude photos of celebrities and Paige and all that kind of stuff. We start with Paige's father, Ricky Knighton, wrote the following on his Facebook page regarding the private photos and videos that were recently leaked online. He said, "My last say on the scandal surrounding my daughter. I've just spoke to her over Facebook and I'm worried for her mental health or worse. For fuck's sake, Will, get a grip. She's not killed anyone, robbed anyone. She was having sex in a private situation between consulting adults and then has been betrayed by some lowlifes. As her dad, I urge people to back off. As I say, I'm very worried for her. It will not be good backing her up when it's too late, like many celebrities who have left us." And then her mother commented, "I cannot lose my little girl. The whole family has taken so much shit, been blasted from all angles, but none of this is worth it. There is a broken soul here. I'm on the verge of breaking over this. I cannot deal with this anymore. We are crushed. We really don't know how much more I can take. Well done to those who thought it was a great idea. Well done to those tagging us in pictures and videos. You've done what you wanted to do. Let's hope God you do not take from me my most treasured gifts." Okay, before I continue, I can completely agree with them. People, it happened. Just do not harass the family. It is a horrible situation. Just stop. And Paige's mother added the following comment on Twitter. "Sat with my husband, he is sobbing. He cannot even speak. I'm losing everything I love. The business we love will kill us, it seems." My heart's breaking for these people. It really is. Seriously. I have so much respect for the Knight family for what they've done for the business. I hope this situation just resolve itself. And now, in addition to the leaked Paige photos, there's rumours of photos and videos of other superstars going to be leaked. Here's what Big E and Summer Rae wrote regarding their names being mentioned as potential leaks. Big E put, "For dismembering this non-existent nonsense, I pray the inside of your thighs chase every blood day of your existence. Amen." Sorry, Vicky, you were amazing. And Summer says, "As they say, don't believe everything you see on the internet. There's people out there with a lot of time on their hands and a big imagination." And now the hackers who released so they've released some censored Caitlyn nude photos this past weekend. The hacker kept his promise and released over a dozen nude photos of the former WWE diva. The image were published on 4chan image board. Caitlyn, real name Chelsea Bonin, I don't really know, was seen in multiple photos in front of a mirror exposing her private parts. The photos are hard to contest that it's not really her, especially because of the unmistakable lip tattoo on her butt. These photos do not seem to be during her time with the WWE. They look more recent, judging from her now compared to her WWE days. Last year she posted nude for bodybuilders.com. Bodies of work only in photo, although all her private parts were artistically hidden. Caitlyn has so far not publicly addressed the leak. And just a couple more updates. Yes, it's still going on. Bloody hell. Brad Maddox has changed his Twitter handle to Tyler K. Warren and made his tweets private. Someone did say, if you can't find Brad Maddox's Twitter, he set it to private and used his real name. Very interesting. And now WWE sponsors said they do not demand any action be taken at this situation. They're going to wait for it to blow over, so no one's going to get punished. It's mainly because Paige is considered a victim and WWE doesn't want to punish New Day. And then it would be double standards over Hulk Hogan's sex tape. So they're going to kind of leave the situation, which I think is probably the best course of action right now. And then regarding, again, TNA Knockout Sienna wrote the following situation on Twitter. "If you hear nude leaks and immediately try to find them, then you're not a friend, you're not a fan, you're part of the problem. You should be ashamed, not them. And if you share such content and harass the people who've had their privacy violated and hope for others, you're a piece of shit and I'll fight you." Well said. I just think this whole situation is ridiculous. We should all try and band together and be on the side of the people who've had their privacy broken. Not try and make fun of it. Yes, granted, it's a little bit funny when you make jokes about Xavier Woods, but it's human beings at the end of the day. Anyway, let's move straight on, because this situation is now over as far as I'm concerned. Unless there's more news next week, but hopefully there won't be. After the initially not being featured on the promotional poster for NXT's upcoming UK tour, WWE have officially announced that Nakamura will be on the tour. This doesn't necessarily mean he will not make his main roster debut, because obviously Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn has done both before, so we'll have to see where it goes. Well, now we have Hall of Fame update news. We found out that Jim Cornette will be inducting the Rock and Roll Express into the WWE Hall of Fame. It was announced Monday afternoon that Jim Cornette will be doing the honours of inducting Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson. Cornette stood opposite the two as a manager for years, including when he managed the Midnight Express in a feud that spans multiple promotions and came to defining tag team wrestling during the 1980s. By any standards, Ricky and Robert belong in the Hall of Fame, Cornette says in an interview with WWE.com, and that's whether it's longevity as a team and the attendance records they set, or the great matches they had, which fans can see on the WWE Network. This is going to be the first appearance since WrestleMania 17 as a part of the Gimmick Battle Royale. And then he worked with WWE's developmental talent Ohio Valley Wrestling until 2005. He did tweet about the situation, say, "Wear your winter coats to Florida, a cold snap is heading towards hell." Oh, it's going to be so interesting to see what he says. Actually, I checked Dave Meltzer. Someone said, "What's he going to do?" And he said, "Nothing at all." I meant misbehave. So maybe Dave knows something we don't know. Oh, this is a sad story. Jim Ross wrote on Twitter that his wife Jan was in a serious accident. According to TMZ.com, Jan was riding her Vespa to the gym and was struck by another vehicle. JR told TMZ that Jan was not wearing a helmet and suffered multiple skull fractures. She underwent surgery, and according to JR, the situation is touch and go and she's hanging in there. It could be a tough day. He tweeted, "My wife Jan, my little angel, was hit while riding her Vespa and has multiple skull fracture. She's in surgery now. We need a miracle." And we have an update today, Wednesday. He noted he put Monday night at approximately 9:30 p.m. while I was recording the Ross Report about 30 miles from our home. My wife Jan was riding her Vespa home from the gym when she was struck from behind by an automobile driven by a 17-year-old young man. Jan suffered a catastrophic brain injury, including multiple skull fractures. My little angel was unfortunately not wearing a helmet, which arguably would have prevented the extreme nature of her injuries. I will fully admit that there has been no experience in my life that could prepare me for this life-changing week. To see one's partner and loved life kept alive via life support equipment is tragically heartbreaking. He tweeted, "I'll never be able to thank anyone for your prayers to my wife Jan, who is still in critical condition in OU Medical Centre." Wow, I am so sorry to hear that, Jim Ross. All of my deepest sympathy and prayers go out to your wife Jan. Please may she recover, and please may you have strength in this very dire time. Anyway, let's move on. While Emma return on Raw has been promoted, there's still a possibility that she'll end up on SmackDown Live. The rumour is that her and Summer Rae will be part of the SmackDown Women's title match at WrestleMania 33. Oh, and now more WWE Hall of Fame news. We found out that Eric Bischoff will be inducting Diamond Dallas Page into the Hall of Fame. Bischoff and DDP have a long-time friendship going back to the days in WCW. It will be Bischoff's first appearance on live WWE television since December the 10th, 2007. Well, that's good. I can't wait to see what he does there. Eric Bischoff back on WWE telly. That'll be good. Well, now TMZ.com has reported that Vince McMahon was involved in a car accident today near the WWE headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut. At this point, it is unknown what caused the accident, but nobody was certain Vince was seen walking around after his Bentley had crashed. McMahon is 100% fine and expected to attend SmackDown. A person captured an image of the accident. I will put it in. It should have already been up, if I remember, hopefully. Oh, and now I just found this one entertaining. During this week's Raw broadcast in Brooklyn, New York, it was apparent that WWE turned the crowd microphones down on several occasions. WWE has done this before for live shows in the past, including a night after WrestleMania 31. Gabrielle Vadlers, I don't know, passed along the following notes regarding the fan chants. The We Want Page chants were insane tonight in Brooklyn. Good crowd overall. We had CM Punk chants, Page chants. Someone tried to start a Maddox one, but no one gave a fuck. We started a crowd wave during the arena, in the arena during Bayley's match because shit was boring as fuck. And we also did the wave in the Roman match. There was a section 222 sucks chant because they kept fucking up the wave. There was also a chant war between the top level sections and the floor sections. The floor chanted "We are awesome," and then top chanted "Delete, delete, delete." Lesnar came out at the end and demolished Big Show, and then he played dead for like 5 minutes until 3 referees came and pinned him as an entertainment joke. Well, I like to know what people chant. WWE, stop censoring people for fuck's sake. Oh, and now a very big update on the Hardys. ProWrestlingSheet.com has reported that Matt and Jeff Hardy have been offered new contracts by WWE to return to the company. It was previously noted that Hardys were in talks with WWE. Now we confirm there is an official deal on the table. If the Hardys return to WWE, it is unknown whether WWE will use the broken gimmick or if WWE will even legally have the option. The Hardys are still in a legal battle with Impact Wrestling over the rights to the gimmick. Matt has given us some tweets. He put, My soldiers have been loyal and supported throughout my existence. Thank you. They know the truth, that the broken universe is my property. Sincerely and respectfully appreciate tweets were posted when my contract was up. He showed his tweets and then he went, where is it? The condescending and disingenuous tweets posted by Ed Norton when my TNA contract was up. And then he referenced his tweet. I like this. I want to see the Hardys come back. Please, 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 please let me be happy. And I just got a little bit of Impact news here. A number of Impact officials, including Ed Norholm, are in India right now for a meeting with Sony 6 in advance of Impact tapings there in May. Jeff Jarrett is slated for a similar trip to the UK this weekend. We've been told that there have been no legal settlement of any kind with the Hardys as of yet. And for those who are asking why Rod Spud is announcing, doing the ring announcing, the storyline explanation is that he's doing it for someone who will be revealed on TV this week. And Impact is teasing a video of talent debut with the tagline "Fury will be unleashed" on April the 6th. I'm thinking Matt Morgan for that one. So there's a little bit of TNA update. Now we have a Mauro Ranallo story. Mauro Ranallo was missing from last week's SmackDown Live with the weather. After we learnt about the weather story, the Wrestling Observer hinted that the reason given wasn't true. It wasn't reported what the actual issue was, but Dave Meltzer said he didn't miss the show for the reason WWE stated. As of now, this week, Mauro Ranallo has since gone completely silent on his social medias. No news has come out regarding what's going on with him. He also missed SmackDown Live again, and the explanation that he was ill. So what's going on here, I don't know. I will keep you posted, but I really am getting worried of Mauro Ranallo's status in the minute. I really just want to know he's alright and alive. Bloody hell, I don't like this. And now the last story. It was announced to the live crowd at tonight's WWE SmackDown Live that the Bad Blood pay-per-view will be returning July 9th as a Raw exclusive pay-per-view event. This will be the first Bad Blood pay-per-view since 2004. Not floor. What the hell? And it will take place in Hartford, Connecticut. Oh yes, I like Bad Blood. It was a good pay-per-view. And there are all your stories. Sorry about another short episode, but there's not been as much news. It's been important news, just less of it, which is good. I like to report the decent news. But anyway, it's been a very good episode. Very sad stories. Please recover Jan Ross. I think that's her name. But just Jim Ross's wife, Jan. My prayers are with you, and I hope Paige finds strength in this bad time as well. But anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please give it a like if you have. Subscribe to see more content, and I'll catch you later.